This morning, we're joined by former Jet safety and Jets late night analyst Erik Coleman to talk more about this situation. Erik, good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
So Mary and I are sitting here right now. We want to know, is this thing going to happen or what? I mean, he says he wants to play here, but I mean, they got to get a deal worked out. So what are the chances?
Yeah, I think the chances are very high that Aaron Rodgers is a New York Jet this season. Aaron Rodgers, a lot of Jets fans were kind of concerned about Aaron Rodgers and maybe if he's going to retire or is he going to play. And the fact that he stated that he wants to be a New York Jet, he has intentions on being a Jet, it is a great sign for the Jets. We're very confident that Joe Douglas will get this deal done with the Packers, and we will have a quarterback coming into the season.
Erik, what do you think a deal would look like?
Well, the Jets would definitely have to give up a couple of picks. And when you look back to the Brett Favre deal, they gave up a third and I believe a fifth-round pick for Brett Favre. I think the Packers are looking for steeper compensation, looking for a couple of first-round picks, which I think may be too rich for the Jets' blood. But I think there's going to be a negotiation. They'll figure out a common ground and get this deal done.
Let's talk about money. I know he was owed just under $60 million to play for the Packers this season. He doesn't strike me as one who's going to be giving a lot of money back in order to come play for the Jets. So how does this impact the Jets moving forward from a salary cap standpoint, from what they're going to have to compensate him, and how it allows them to bring in more players to help support Aaron?
Well, you know, the salary cap number continues to rise, and I think it's over $220 million this year. So Joe Douglas and his team have done a great job of navigating those waters, and I think that they did make some drastic cuts to some veteran players, but some more casualties will have to happen in order to get Aaron Rodgers into that salary cap. But I think a lot of players will be willing to adjust their salaries, understanding that this team is moving forward. They're making a championship run, and they want to be a part of it. Is
it hard to sit there as a former Jet and to see the history that the team has had over the last, no Super Bowl in the last 50 years, no playoffs since 2010, that Aaron Rodgers, a four-time MVP, is going to be the quarterback of this team?
Yeah, it's really exciting. And, you know, me as a player, the year that I left the Jets, actually 2 years after I left the Jets and went to the Atlanta Falcons, we were the NFC South champions. We had the first round bye, and Aaron Rodgers and the Packers were a wild card. They barely got into the playoffs. Well, he caught fire. He beat us. He beat everyone else in the NFL and won a Super Bowl that year. So I understand the greatness of Aaron Rodgers and what he can do for a team. Hopefully, he still has some of that left in the tank.
When we look at the past season, the Jets were like one touchdown away from winning a game. I mean, what difference do you think Rodgers will make if he joins this team?
Well, he'll make a big difference. One, on the leadership standpoint, just having that leader, having that experience. There's a lot of young, big-time playmakers on this Jets team, and to have a leader who's done it at a high level before, I think is going to be infectious to this team. And when you look at last year's season, the Jets lost about 6 games by 1 score or less. And Aaron Rodgers is going to be that guy that can get you that extra touchdown. He can get you that extra first down, give that defense the extra rest they need to charge up and make a stand. So I think it's going to have an overall fantastic effect on this team, and things are looking bright for the Jets.
And just real quickly before we let you go, you think something gets done pretty quickly? I mean, obviously it's key to have him get here, get in the locker room, meet the new teammates, and kind of get going, not waiting months for a deal to be actually transacted here.
Yeah, I do expect things to get done rather quickly. The draft is coming up on us, and everyone wants to prepare with their picks, and free agency has just started as well. So time is of the essence for both of these teams. They want to get moving forward and get their compensation and move on for this next season.
All right, Erik Coleman, former Jets safety and analyst for the Jets right now. Erik, thanks for getting up early. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Good to talk to you.
It was my pleasure.
All right, Erik,
have a
be
good
good
one.